Okay, today we are going to talk about polygons. My name is Cassy, and I will be talking about polygons today. So, yesterday we read the book called Shape Up. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you liked that book. Yeah, it was a good book. I wanted to introduce polygons because although you're familiar with what a polygon is, I thought that the book would just be a good way to build background knowledge. So thumbs up if you liked the book. Okay. So shapes polygons are a figure, a plane figure. It has 3 or more sides. So when you think of a polygon, you're just basically going to think of shapes. So what kind of shapes have 3 or more sides? There are triangles with how many sides? Show me with your hands. Okay, 3, good. A square, how many sides? 4, good. What about a rectangle? Show your hands. Okay, good, 4. But what's the difference between a rectangle and a square? Ryan? Yes, a rectangle does not have equal sides. Very good. That's a nice review of our shape. So I want you to, we compared the rectangle and the square, but what about a diamond? A diamond has 4 sides, but what's different than a diamond? Yeah. Yeah, a diamond goes like this, so you can make a diamond. So tell me, can a shape only have one side? No, good. A shape cannot just have one side. So on your Gia board today, you will illustrate shapes, or the more technical term, a polygon. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to illustrate shapes. You'll also be able to name polygons as well. That's our objective. We will be naming polygons with scoring 5 out of 7 correct. So at the end of our lesson, your ticket out the door is going to be your half sheet of paper that has a name that polygon. There's 7 of them, and they're each worth 1 point. So that will be your ticket out the door for recess. Now, I want you to look around the classroom and choose a shape and talk to your shoulder partner about it. Describe it. What does it look like? How many sides does it have? Because we actually have a lot of shapes in our room. So, looking around, like for example, I see a square. A square is hanging to show our table numbers. This square has 4 sides. It's purple with the number 1 on it. So that's how I just described the shape. So I'm going to let you brainstorm and think about some shapes here, and then we'll start discussing them by getting out my view board. And I would prefer you guys not to play with the rubber bands. They are our learning tools today. So I should not see rubber bands on the floor or anywhere else besides in your hand or on your geo board. That would be great. So I'm going to get out my geo board while you're brainstorming. Okay, so what are some shapes that we have? The bulletin board. What color is our bulletin board? Orange. It's on the wall, and it's for our math words. Very good. So how is this bulletin board over here with our math words different from the bulletin board for reading? That's right. Yes. The bulletin board for reading is a square. So even though it has 4 sides, it's different. It's another shape that we see. Yes, the squares in the back make up our cupboard. We have, I wonder if we see any triangles. Can you see any triangles in the room? Describe the board of a triangle. I don't see any triangles in the room, but I do see an octagon. Yes, the octagon is our stop sign. It says stop, where you do not enter in the teacher's pencils or erasers. Very good. So to carry out our lesson, I'm going to make some shapes on our geo board, and then I would like you to name that polygon. What's this one? Good, a trapezoid. And how many sides does a trapezoid have? Tell me by your hand. 4, very nice. What about a hexagon? Very nice. So what about this shape? This shape right here. Yeah, a house. So even though you guys can have fun creating your own shapes, and they don't always just have to be the rhombus, hexagon, oval, or triangle, but remember it needs to have at least 3 or more sides. So before I give you time to do this, I want to tell that after we do that, you're going to name your polygons, and then we'll practice making them. What are some ideas to classify our polygons? How would we classify them? What could we do? Sides, good. We could classify them by sides. We could shape, yeah. I think sides would be the best one. So we can write. We'll have our paper, and you will have, oh, my pen doesn't work. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. So after you do your polygon on your geo board, let's say I make a hexagon, you're going to get your activity sheet. On this activity sheet, we will also draw our polygons on here. So we will draw our polygons. And so this is where you'll practice. So you'll have 2 different things. You'll practice doing your geo board, and then you're going to practice making your polygon on your activity sheet. Your activity sheet is what you're going to turn into me. You're going to turn in your activity sheet. Now, we created our group, and then you're going to do a writer's graph, okay? So we have our shapes, our square. So we will write square underneath our 4, underneath our category 4, we'll write square. What's another shape that you created? Yes, a rectangle. And then 3, what did you say? Okay, a triangle. So we have that, and then I'll draw it on here. The last thing is our writer's graph. You're going to fill the sentences. I created a blank on my geo board, and tell me how many sides it has. So if you created a square, I created a square on my geo board. It has 4 sides. You need to have at least 6 shapes written down in your journal. This will be in our writing journal. So, now I'm going to give you a little bit of extra time to do your geoboard. But before I define what a polygon is, what is a polygon? Yes, it has 3 or more sides. How are our shapes alike? Compare. How are these shapes alike? Well, yeah, they're all polygons, and how else can you tell them that they're alike? How did we classify our shapes? Yes, by how many sides. And conclude how some shapes are almost the same. How are the diamond and a square almost the same? Yeah, a diamond is just kind of like a square, but it goes like this, so it still has the 4 sides. Very good. And when you are done with your writer's wrap, you will share it with your shoulder partner. And then I want you to remember that this half sheet of paper that I have, that will look like this, your half sheet of paper, is your ticket out the door to recess.